Have you ever stood in front of the mirror in the morning, toothbrush in hand, and wondered why everything just feels a little slower than it used to? Not broken, not painful, just not as quick, as light, as effortless. Maybe it's the stiffness in your knees when you swing your legs out of bed, or the way your balance feels just a little less reliable than it did 10 years ago. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Aging changes the way our bodies and minds wake up each day. But the good news is, what you do in the first hour of your morning can shape how strong, steady, and self-reliant you feel for the rest of the day. And independence? That's what we're aiming for. Not just the kind where you live on your own and drive yourself to the store, but the kind where your body still listens to you, your mind stays sharp, and you feel capable, useful, and proud every single day. Today, we're going to walk through 5 simple morning habits that support exactly that. They don't cost money, they don't require a gym membership, and they won't eat up your morning. These are small but mighty rituals that can help you stay independent, active, and confident well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Let's start with one that might sound too simple to matter. Getting out of bed the right way. And yes, there is a right way. You see, after a night of sleep, your blood pressure is lower, your joints are stiffer, and your muscles haven't fully woken up yet. So when you suddenly swing your legs over the edge and stand up fast, your body sometimes can't keep up, and that's when falls happen. Instead, try this. When you wake up, take a moment. Wiggle your toes, stretch your fingers, gently rotate your ankles and wrists. This gets your circulation moving. Then, turn onto your side, push yourself up to a seated position, and pause. Breathe. Finally, plant both feet firmly on the ground, and then stand up slowly. It might feel unnecessary, even silly, but this one little habit can help prevent lightheadedness and falls, especially first thing in the morning. Think of it as teaching your body how to wake up with grace. Once you're on your feet, there's another habit that works wonders: a morning mobility check-in. Don't worry, I'm not about to tell you to run laps around your living room. This is more about waking up your body with movement that feels good. A simple routine of joint circles, shoulders, hips, knees, and a few standing stretches can gently activate your muscles and reset your posture. If you've been waking up with a sore lower back or tight hamstrings, this small act of movement can change everything. And if balance is something you're trying to improve, standing on one foot for 10 seconds at a time while brushing your teeth is a fantastic way to train your stability without needing any extra time or equipment. These micro movements build strength, coordination, and body awareness, and they add up. Now let's talk about what happens next. Hydration. After 7 to 8 hours without water, your body is naturally dehydrated in the morning. That slight fogginess, sluggishness, or even joint stiffness you feel. Often, it's your body begging for hydration. Drinking a full glass of water before your coffee can wake up your system, lubricate your joints, and even help with digestion throughout the day. And if you want to boost it a little more, add a slice of lemon or a tiny pinch of sea salt. That combination helps replenish electrolytes and kickstart your metabolism gently, especially after sleep. Think of it like giving your body a fresh start before asking it to do anything else. These first few steps, how you get out of bed, how you move, and how you hydrate, set the tone for your entire day. They're not just healthy habits. They're a form of self-respect. A way of telling your body, I'm here, I care, and I want to take good care of you. And that small mindset shift makes a big difference. You'll notice it in how steady your feet feel as you walk across the kitchen. You'll feel it in the clarity of your thoughts by mid-morning. You might even catch yourself smiling just because you feel capable again. Now that we've covered the first few foundational habits, There's another morning step that can quietly transform the way you think and feel for the rest of the day. It's something most people overlook or dismiss as unnecessary, but for those who make it a part of their morning, it becomes one of the most grounding and empowering routines of all: intentional gratitude. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Gratitude? Really? How's that going to help with independence? But hear me out. Starting your day with a few quiet moments to focus your mind on what's working in your life, on what you can do instead of what's changed or harder than it used to be, does more than lift your mood. It rewires your brain. It actually helps improve resilience, lowers stress hormones, and sharpens mental focus. This doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need a fancy journal or a 5-step plan. All it takes is a pause, maybe while the coffee brews or while you're washing your face. Just think of 3 things, right there in that moment, that you're thankful for. It could be as simple as, I got up without pain today, or I'm still able to make my own breakfast, or even, the light through the window looks nice. You're not trying to be poetic. You're just reminding yourself that there's still good in your day, and that you're part of it. That small mental habit gives your brain a framework of control, especially important when life starts to feel unpredictable. It strengthens emotional independence. And yes, that matters just as much as physical independence. Now, let's shift from mindset to fuel, because even the strongest engine needs the right fuel to run well. After 60, breakfast becomes more important than ever. But the kind of breakfast you choose can either support your energy and mobility or drain it. The biggest mistake? Skipping breakfast or grabbing something sugary and processed like white toast, muffins, or sweetened cereals. Those foods spike your blood sugar, then drop it, leaving you feeling foggy, irritable, and tired by mid-morning. Instead, think protein, fiber, and healthy fat. Something like a boiled egg with avocado on whole grain toast, or Greek yogurt with berries and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Even a simple oatmeal with cinnamon and nuts can do wonders. Why? Because this kind of breakfast stabilizes your blood sugar, keeps your muscles fed, and helps you maintain strength over time. And no, you don't need to eat a huge meal. Just enough to give your body the steady fuel it needs to support you, especially if you're active or taking medications. You'd be surprised how many seniors feel weak or dizzy in the late morning, not because something is wrong, but simply because they didn't eat enough. Your independence begins with having the energy to do the things you love, whether that's walking the dog, gardening, or running errands without needing help. Food is fuel for that freedom. Now, with your body stretched, hydrated, nourished, and your mindset set on gratitude, there's one more habit that ties it all together. It's not flashy, it won't go viral, but it might be the most important: doing one small thing for yourself, by yourself, every morning. It can be as simple as tidying the kitchen, watering a plant, or making your bed. Why does that matter? Because these acts, however small, reinforce that you are still the one steering your life. They create a rhythm, a sense of self-trust, and over time, they build confidence in your own ability to handle the day. Independence isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes, it's about proving to yourself each day that you're capable of small, meaningful actions without relying on anyone else. The more you practice this, the stronger that inner voice becomes, the one that says, I can do this. I've still got it. Even on hard days when energy is low or something hurts, keeping that one promise to yourself becomes an anchor. It reminds you that you are still in charge, no matter what changes around you. It builds dignity from the inside out. So whether your morning routine takes 10 minutes or an hour, these simple habits, moving with intention, hydrating, eating with purpose, practicing gratitude, and claiming one task as your own, come together to create more than just a routine. They create a foundation, a signal to your body and your mind that this day matters, and so do you. Next, we'll dive into one final habit, one that's often overlooked, but could be the key to aging well with confidence and peace of mind. Because sometimes, the key to staying independent isn't just what you do in the morning, it's also about what you don't ignore. And that brings us to the final habit, one that doesn't involve exercise or food, but could make the biggest difference of all, checking in with your body and paying attention to its signals before they become problems. Now, I'm not talking about obsessively scanning for every ache or pain. That's not helpful. But there's a quiet skill in simply taking a moment each morning to notice how your body feels. Honestly, gently, without judgment. Is that stiffness in your hip the same as usual? Or is it worse today? Are your fingers a little more swollen? Has your breathing changed? How's your energy compared to yesterday? This kind of check-in only takes a minute or two, but it teaches you to listen. And listening gives you the power to act early. Because too often, we ignore the little warning signs. We brush them off. We tell ourselves, it'll pass. And maybe it does. But sometimes, it doesn't. Sometimes, that minor discomfort is the start of something your body is trying to tell you. And catching it early can mean the difference between a quick fix and a long recovery. This habit becomes even more important when managing conditions like arthritis, diabetes, or high blood pressure. You don't need to be a doctor to notice when something feels off. You just need to know you're normal. And morning is the perfect time to notice. Your body hasn't been influenced by the chaos of the day yet. It's just you, your senses, and a bit of quiet awareness. You might want to keep a small notepad in the kitchen or by your bathroom sink. Jot down how you feel, just a word or two. Good energy, stiff knees, low appetite. These little notes can help you track trends over time. And if something doesn't feel right for more than a few days, you've got a record to share with your doctor that could help guide better care. More importantly, this habit builds trust with your body. You stop seeing it as something that's breaking down and start seeing it as a partner, a messenger. That sense of partnership is deeply empowering, and it reinforces your ability to make informed decisions, speak up at appointments, and adjust your day with confidence. And that, in the end, is what all of this is about. Building up a life where you feel capable, not helpless. Strong, not afraid. Not because nothing ever goes wrong, but because you've built habits that support your independence from the inside out. It's easy to underestimate small things. A stretch, a glass of water, a slow breath. But over time, these simple choices compound. They strengthen your bones, your balance, your thinking, and your mood. They give you structure when everything else feels uncertain. They help you wake up and say, "This day is mine, and I'm going to own it." Let's take a quick breath together. Just in and out. Doesn't have to be deep, just aware. You've already done so much today just by showing up and wanting to take care of yourself. That matters. More than you think. So, let's take a moment to reflect. You've got the tools. Wake up with intention, move your body gently, fuel it well, feed your mind with gratitude, and check in with yourself before the world demands your attention. None of these habits are loud. They won't make headlines. But they work. And more importantly, they respect your life, your experience, and the independence you've earned. You've come this far, not by luck, but by showing up for yourself, by doing what needed to be done. These habits are simply the next step in that same spirit. Calm, clear, and powerful in their consistency. If anything in this video resonated with you, or reminded you of something you already do, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what your mornings look like, and what's worked for you over the years. And if you found any value here, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way, we can keep building this community of strong, wise, and independent people, just like you. And most of all, thank you for watching, for caring, and for still showing up for yourself, one habit at a time. Here's to living your best life at any age.